영화 예수혁명이 박스오피스와 온라인 스트리밍 서비스를 통해 크게 흥행하고 있습니다. 하비스트 크리스천 펠로우십 교회의 그렉 로리 목사가 영화의 영적 영향력에 대해 이야기합니다. 영화 예수혁명은 개봉한 지 몇 주 만에 박스오피스에서 5천만 달러 이상의 수익을 올렸습니다. 그렉 로리 목사는 믿을 수 없는 반응에 대해 하나님께서 일하셨다고 말했습니다.
Well, I think that's it. God's on the move. And it not only did well in the theaters, it blew up on streaming platforms and also on DVD sales. I mean, people are hungry for this. And I was amazed when I saw how it outsold movies like Top Gun, Avatar, and the new Ant-Man movie. Like, why are people wanting to see this? I think they've heard about it. They heard about it in the theaters because I've never heard of a movie in a theater that had people breaking into spontaneous prayer and worship, or like I heard one story about it was shown in the theater and afterwards some kids wanted to be baptized and they baptized them in the fountain in front of the theater. I've never heard of such things. So I think these are all like little indications that God is at work. Sometimes when Kathy and I are out walking, I'll say, Kathy, it's raining. She'll say, it's not raining. But her hair is very thick. She won't know it's raining for a while. I'll say, no, it's raining because bald men always know when it's raining first, right? So I see like these things like what God has been doing through the Jesus Revolution film over in Asbury, other things we're hearing about, like little drops of rain, and we're praying it'll be a downpour. But I think this is more than just a successful film, and I think Hollywood's paying attention. It's a story that's resonating with people.
그의 아내 캐시 로리가 젊은 세대들이 이 영화에 열광하는 이유를 설명합니다.
I think it parallels the times we're living in right now.
That's it.
I think there's a generation of young people that is searching. There's a lot of anxiety and a lot of just searching for meaning and purpose in life, and they're looking for God. And whether they know it or not, they're searching in a lot of different ways, and a lot of it is leading them into roads that are dead end. And that's how we felt, you know, being raised in a fairly moral home and a church-going home. The whole hippie movement swept. It was so intriguing and so alluring for me because it had this promise of a deeper purpose and meaning and spirituality, which I wasn't seeing in the established church I was attending. And so I think that search for something more than just the material world that we're living in is really, it's something that God puts in our hearts. But I think the times in which we're living in, where all of that talk of God and the Bible and Scripture and a firm grid, a moral grid in our lives is just swept away, that deep within our hearts and deep within kids' hearts today, I do think they are searching. It may not look like it, just like it didn't look like we were searching for God when we're experimenting with LSD. And I think there's a parallel there. There's a lot of division in the country, a lot of political division, a lot of breaking up of families and homes, that kids and people are finding themselves to be desperate. And there's a line that Chuck Smith said when Greg asked him one time. Chuck Smith is one of the characters in this movie, the older pastor who saw the Jesus Revolution. Greg says, Chuck, do you think you'll ever see another one? And Chuck said, I don't know that we are desperate enough. That was about, how long ago, 7 years ago?
Or a little bit longer.
I think we are getting to a point of real desperation. Whether you're a churchgoer or not a churchgoer, you look at the landscape of what's happening in the world today, and I think people are saying, we need something. Something has got to happen. And when they see this movie and they see lives turning around, that a generation of kids could find hope and purpose and meaning, gives them hope. Especially those of us now that are the older generation, looking at our kids growing up.